All right, Pop Pep.
I gotta clean off my glasses so I can see. Probably should have done that before we turned the camera on. So this is the grease tensioner cylinder. I got it part way knocked out. It was completely collapsed. But anyway, I'll knock that out. I'm sure we're gonna find the seal rolled. The wiper was pushed out right up here. It didn't completely push it out. That wiper's still good actually. But I've got new one.
Oh, look at that. It's coming out easy.
Yeah,
Nice. Look at that.
So what they use is they call seal. It's an umbrella seal. See how it cut it? There it is right now.
Oh.
See? It's cut.
You got another one?
Yeah, those are the ones I got from Allied.
Oh. Okay.
So see how it took a chunk out of that?
Yep.
Now I'm assuming it took the chunk out of it because...
Where's the chunk at?
Probably. I don't know if it's still in there. It might have blew it out. You know, I don't know. But... yeah,
I see something blue right there.
Yeah, oh, there's part of it, I guess, or where it went across. Oh, this one might be blue, too. Yeah, no, that's pieces of it, see it? You gotta figure there's 3,000 pounds of pressure in there when everything's... See, that wiper's still good. It just pushed it out right here. You can see where it made a... I'll put a new one in, and I got one. But that, you know...
Is it hard to get out?
No. I need a screwdriver or something.
I'll go get your screwdriver.
Yeah. Here's something else I wanted to say. I don't know how many of you guys do your own work like this. I can't afford to have, you know.
Can't even afford to pay me.
That's right.
Good. I get chicken salad and beef sticks and
yeah.
cheese
and you get the honor of hanging out with me. So what are you complaining about?
I keep him calm so he don't make up new swear words.
Yeah, sometimes I do. But putting these in, if you guys have ever dealt with this, I'm sure some of you have. These are a pain in the butt because there's a hole in the idler. You can put a sling through it or a chain. And of course, you want to try and get it centered so it lifts evenly. But as soon as you lift it, you know, because you got bearings right there in your fork assembly in the hub of the idler. So this thing wants to go limp dick, swing around, right? So I found something neat out. I just tried this out of desperation. Because the problem is, like if you had an eyelet or something, I was thinking about welding a clevis on right here and it wouldn't be in any way. And, you know, you could put a separate chain on this and hook it, you know, so it equalizes it. So when you pick it up, it don't go limp on you. You can slide it back in. But I found something that worked really good. See this groove right here? I just took a orange tree wedge, plastic tree wedge, and I thought, I wonder if it'll work. I beat that sucker in there with a hammer, not hard. It's tapped it in good and tight. And didn't that son of a bitch bind that? So when you picked up on the wheel, it didn't flop. So that was a neat little trick. I'm going to remember that. And then another thing I did, because this grease thing, I mean, it's not that heavy. It might weigh 40 pounds or something. But when you're reaching back all the way back in there, it's a pain in the ass to get it to, you don't have any strength on your fingers, you know. So what we did last time was we put a shovel in there. I'm gonna actually go get me I think I got some at the house, a little piece of like Schedule 40 or Schedule 80 PVC. And I'm going to make a little tool. If you see that round hole in the bulkhead, then you can see back to the next bulkhead is where that thing bolts to. But the problem is when you go to put it in there, it falls down between the rollers. And it's so friggin' heavy, especially getting it out, it's so greasy. It's terrible. I had to use bars to get it out. So I'm going to take a little piece of white PVC plastic, you know, like Schedule 40 or Schedule 80, and saw it in half to make like a little tray. And then you could push that thing right in there. And then what I come up with here, I did this, I just done enough of these and you know, whatever. I just made a pilot bolt. I don't know if you can see that. All it is what, 1/2 inch 13 or whatever it is. Just 1/2 inch course is what it is. So when you put your grease thing back in, that's your grease releaser. See the groove in it? And it's got a button top for greasing it up. But when you put that back in here, right, that will kind of serve as a pilot to go through the big hole. But the problem is you can't lift it. There's no room to get your hand up between the rollers. So you got to kind of lift it from the end, and it's a pain in the ass. It's hard to do because the thing's heavy enough when you get your arms fully reached out there. It's like praying in there, you know what I mean? And you got no strength. So I took a longer bolt. I just chamfered it a little bit. So I'll thread that in one of these holes, right? Doop, 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 like so. And put that sumbitch on a little, like I said, last time we used a track shovel, and it worked pretty good. But the way the shovel's angled, it kind of gets in its own way. So I'm going to, I think at the house I got some Schedule 40, like, 6 or 8 inch pipe. I'm just going to make a little tray, see if that works. I think it'll be heavy enough to support it as it spans the rollers. But then you put that pilot in there, and then with the grease thing in there, as soon as you get the pilot hole lined in, that takes the weight. And then all you got to do is just wiggle a little bit to get the bottom bolt started down here. Tighten the bottom bolt up. Then you can take this back out and put your other bolt in. So Jake and I struggled with that for an hour one day trying to get it. And I'm going to make a pilot. So that's what I did. And all I did, just any, I guess you could use all thread or something too. But that slides through the hole nicely. Get you lined up. And it saves a ton of work trying to do that by hand, because it is brutal trying to hold on to that thing back in there. It's just you don't got no strength, It's not bad if you can pick it up right here. It isn't that heavy, but when you're 4 feet extended with your fingertips, it's miserable. So
American Indian.
here, you want to come hold this camera?
Say that?
Yeah, I've been known to say other things, but let's just say jury rig, right?
Yeah.
Works. Here, I don't know if I got that all covered with grease. What do you got, a beef stick?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
man.
that works with food.
Yeah. Right, let me see.
I haven't even worked for shoes lately because the economy is so bad. It's too
For shoes?
expensive.
Well, hopefully that'll improve some. I mean, it's going to take a while. I don't think it's going to happen overnight.
This boat ain't gonna turn fast.
No, I know. But we got a skipper at the helm now instead of a moron.
What are you looking for?
My small ball peen hammer. I don't know where that.
Oh, right here. Right there, behind your cutter.
Oh.
Thing. Grinder, I don't know what it is.
So I don't know.
Easy now.
Well,
Don't make a bigger problem.
I got a new one. I'm not gonna trust this to go back in there.
No.
No.
Nice.
Yep. All right, I gotta clean this out.
My bite.
No, I'm gonna run the hone down this thing for a bit too. Just because I think I should. But I think what's happening with this is as it gets out at the end, let me clean it up better. And the folks will see what I'm talking about, or anyone who's interested. Probably like, who cares? It's just content. I mean, it's.
Well, I learned something new today. That gasoline cuts.
Oh, gasoline is a
Stuff.
great solvent.
Yeah, I didn't know
Just
that.
gotta watch out light in the dark with you. Huh? But yeah, gasoline's good solvent. You're not supposed to get a bunch of it on your hands. I don't know what the difference is. I'm bathed in hydraulic and motor oil and everything else all my life anyway.
That's
So.
probably what's keeping you alive.
Maybe.
all that
I mean, if I was gonna get
chemicals.
cancer from it, I probably already would have. I don't know. But whatever.
Well preserved, well oiled.
Mm-hmm. Put a little gasoline in there.
Mm-hmm. Don't light your cigarette. Make sure you don't have oil this time.
Yeah. A little bit just to deglaze that a little.
Oh, it's like a fishing sauce.
Yes. What's for these? Well, that one's lying that back.
I told him earlier, I'm glad I was raised with 3 brothers and not a super girly girl.
Yeah.
This was not on the agenda when I thought I was marrying a logger.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You didn't think you were going to have an easy life, did you?
Yeah.
Good thing.
Easy is boring. That's
Well,
why people get in trouble.
You're like a pioneer woman. You're like one of them women who, you know,
Mhm.
you're not like these snowflakes nowadays. They lose an election and they're shaving their heads and having sex strikes. Oh my God. Because Donald Trump's going to come and
shaving
get
the
'em.
head don't sound too bad. Then you just wear different wigs.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we gotta all tell them, oh, we like that shaved head. That's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, but you know, it's like, really? What are you gonna do if the shit ever hits the fan? You know, you can't handle losing an election. I mean, I hate to lose an election, but it's not gonna stop my life.
No.
You know, these people are like crying, and they're quite funny actually. Because some of them probably just do it for
They
attention,
do it
but
to get
I know.
YouTube
But it is funny.
crap.
It's like, oh, they said there was a college somewhere, can't remember where, I think it was in Florida. They were talking about it on the talk radio the other day. They had, literally had snowflake rooms for these poor kids after the election.
Yes, they had cookies and...
They had cookies and milk, and they had Legos. And the
Uh-huh.
Legos were like them big baby ones.
My brother.
They could sit in there and play with the Legos. Oh, that reminds me, this is a good story, right? So I got this Amish kid helping me, and that story was on Breitbart News while I'm driving down to pick up the Amish kid. It's only 3 or 4 miles on my way. So, and they're talking about, Mike Slater, the host, is talking about how, man, this got it so soft nowadays. You know, these kids have never been through a war, they've never been through bad economic times, and they've never been through, you know, hard economic times, and, you know, worrying about where your next meal is going to be and all that stuff. And he says, so they've got time to worry about gender confusion and how, you know, Trump, all of us people who have nothing better to do, obviously, we're going to go round them all up and put them in camps and, you know, oh, we're going to stop them from sleeping with who they want to and all that. Just so stupid. So anyway, he's talking about these kids have nothing to do, you know, they just don't. They're so spoiled rotten and so padded and protected all their lives, they can't function. And they have all these anxieties about nothing, you know. Mommy and daddy are paying their way through school or whatever. You know, it's just, it's sad. But anyway, it's so funny. I pull into the Amish farm to pick up Chris, right? And it's 7 o'clock in the morning. It's 5 till 7. And here's his 3 little brothers out. One of them was just a little tyke, maybe 4 years old. He had a little tiny, almost like a toy rake. And here are the other 2 boys, maybe 12 or, you know, 12 and 14 or something. And what are they doing? Raking leaves at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Before school.
Yep, before school, happier than can be. Ain't like anybody out there whipping them. They're out there raking leaves for mom, you know, cleaning up their yard. And it's like, you know, maybe if we, in the English side, as they say, maybe if our kids had a little discipline and some chores to do and taught how to work and taught a work ethic, maybe they wouldn't have time to think about their gender confusion and purple hair and whatever else that, you know, it's like, it was great. That was so timely, you know, that was at that specific time, you know. And I thought, that's a beautiful thing. These kids are actually learning something useful, you know.
That cleaned out nice.
I'm coming right back.
Beautiful day, about 70. We like global warming if that's what this is.
Yeah,
Bring it on.
we'll take it.
I'll take this over snow and wind any old day.
Yeah, I'll take an extra heap and help with global warming if this is what it is.
Yes, please.
Another crock of shit. Huh? Yeah.
Oh, what kind of tool is that thing at the end?
Is a hone, cylinder hone.
Oh. I thought it was a grabber thing.
No.
Huh.
Basically a cylinder. It's like a sander.
Huh.
Emery stones on it, but it'll take that. I mean, I did this a few months ago, but I'm gonna run it through it a little bit.
It won't make it too small, will it?
Nah, don't take enough off. I've got the tension pretty light on it. You can adjust the tension and turn this. See how this is pretty nice down
Yeah,
in?
looks pretty good.
But right up here, it starts getting these pits.
Yep.
So that's what I mean by overextending that cylinder. When it gets out to the end, the seal comes up in here, and then grease can come by them pit holes.
So you gotta smooth that out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run the hone in a little bit.
Hone
But I
it.
think what I'll do, like I said, if I could find another one of these off a used machine, you could build this pretty easily too. A hydraulic shop could make one. I guess I could just mic it up and give them the dimensions, draw it up. Maybe I could, whatever. But the piston's good. The piston's perfect. There's no scores or anything on it. So what I thought is you could bore this, and you could bore it to this size, about 1/4 of an inch, and then just have a sleeve machined and press it down in there, and you have a new barrel, a new surface. You know, I actually bought one that was close. It's bigger though, and I can probably make it fit. It was only $300, so I bought it. But it would be easy to just, you know, either have one made or you know, just have these fixed. So if anybody's got an old 608 around, I guess, did Jason Dochet or whatever his name is, he said he's got tracks. Thanks, Jason, by the way. Yeah, I'll call it. You know, just call me, my cell number, 814-229-3038. So, I don't have no money right now, but I will eventually here. I grab them tracks maybe if they're any good. But I don't know if you've got an old machine with one of these barrels, I'd buy it too. And I'll have it machined and fixed, and then I'll have a spare one ready to go. You know, but so anyway, that's what I'm thinking, because I don't plan on getting rid of this thing. I'm not buying a new one.
God, no.
This old machine runs good. I gotta get that.
My God, you're gonna be 60, aren't you?
Yeah, I still got an oil leak in there. I don't know whether it's gonna be better to just take the engine out of it or pull the radiator and go through the front. But I gotta pull the cover, the front, not just the timing cover, the tin plate, but that plate that the fuel pump mounts on and everything. I think I got either it's cracked or I got a bad gasket in there or something, because that son of a gun just pukes oil out that bottom. And it'll run a couple quarts a day out.
That sounds easier though than to put a whole engine in.
Well,
isn't that a quicker fix?
Whatever. Yeah, this engine runs good. I just gotta get it so I can fix the leak. But I'm just saying, I don't know whether it'd be easier to take the thing out.
Yeah,
or,
all your spare time.
Well, whatever. I gotta fix it. Stupid the way it leaks.
Look at that. It's like a mixer.
Yep, that's what it is. Mashed potato mixer. It'll shine up. Yeah, it's shining up nice already. I think my Milwaukee drill, the clutch is getting pretty weak on it.
Wow, that came out nice.
Yeah, well, that's what you do. That's what you do with the cylinders.
Nice.
Hone them. You know? Like a hydraulic cylinder, if they got scratches in them and stuff, you gotta hone them or it'll eat the new seals off of them. It's still there, but it's a lot better. I think with the track pad out of it.
Yeah, there's still some on the top. Maybe you should hit the top a little better.
Yeah.
Right there. And
But
we
generally,
tell him how to do his job.
Generally, you don't want to anything your fingernail can catch on.
Well, you don't have any fingernails. You should let me do that job.
I got a little bit of fingernail. Yeah, I can hone that a little more. I mean,
Oh, that's
hopefully
cool.
with that track shortened, the link out, it won't get out that far.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what the problem is. It just, it comes way out to the end, and then, you know, the farther out it is, it's probably moving a little bit, and then that seal comes out, the umbrella seal comes out and gets into them pits,
Mm-hmm.
and all you need is a little bit to get by, and then it cuts the seal.
Yep.
You know, it's just like a high pressure cutter. It just keeps
You don't
working
have dirt on that, do you? Look on the one nearest you. Okay.
That's alright. Too flexy. Shit ain't gonna hurt it. That's your eyeball. It's like a potato mixer.
Yeah. I think go up top a little more. You're not hitting it.
Yeah, I don't want to come up too far because the things will spring out so crooked.
Oh. Hey.
Yeah, that clutch is getting weak. I've had this drill for 10 years, so
Hey.
they're good tools. Can't complain. I think that's about all I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I don't
I
want to make
mess
it
it up.
oversized, so it
Mm-hmm.
take a few thousandths off. That's enough.
Mm.
But you don't gotta be too concerned with perfection on this thing. It's just filled with grease, you know. But
I'll show you perfection. Look at those hands.
yeah, huh?
Wow.
I have very girly hands. I am thinking about transitioning into a woman. I'm not
Look
sure.
at my girly hands. I got all.
Yeah, my poor baby got her hand. He's all dirty.
Look at that.
That's nice.
That's sweet.
I can remember when we got married. My dad used to say all the time, "My goodness, Laura, you have such beautiful hands."
It should have been a hand model.
Yes, and then
Yeah, if you
he'd
could
be
see
like, "What
me
did you do to your
today.
wife's hands?" I made her
Yeah.
work, Pop.
Especially my nails. Oh, yucky.
I think I'm gonna just call. I mean, that's pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna get it much bigger, much better without just
Yeah.
chewing half of it away. I mean, that's got to be pretty close. I really do think too. You can see where it was out, you know, overextending. I think that's the problem.
Do you have another? You have another one of these umbrella things or something
Yeah, I
called
got the
that?
seals in here. Remember, that's the ones I got.
Oh, I like it.
So John Deere. John Deere wanted like what? I don't know what it was, like 247 a side or something to do. It was ridiculous. And I get them down there at Allied Seal. If anybody needs hydraulic seals, get a hold of me because these guys that I deal with are awesome. I think those are $32 both of them at Allied.
Mm.
So I got another set to keep a spare. So yeah, they're reasonable.
Always gotta have us spares and
If they don't
everything.
have them, they'll make them.
Yep, they
They'll
will.
make them to your specs. So if you've got obsolete stuff that you can't get parts for, they will make the parts for you. And they are quite reasonable.
Allied Seals, Johnstown, PA, right?
Yep. Yeah, we could. I don't know if you know how to do the linky thing.
I don't.
Yeah.
But I don't even know if they have a thing to link to.
Well,
But
they probably do. But Allied Seal, you can
Yeah.
look them up on the interwebs.
yeah,
It's an easy thing to remember.
Allied Seals,
But if anybody
Johnstown.
needs, but if you've got like an older machine, you know, you know, can't find parts for. I had a 310 Prentice that the kit was obsolete, and they wanted $980 for the kit, and it was 6 months lead time to get the seal kit for a selector. I mean, this is mental, you know. I mean, I can't do this, you know. And anyway, I went to Allied. He didn't have them, but he says, "Here, go over to this guy. He's my seal guy. If I don't have them," and he made them. That place is called Gem Seal. I took them right over there, and the guy made them. And it was $240, or $200. I had $240 on me. I gave him $240 cash. He says, "Go get a coffee at Sheets, and you know, and come back in 45 minutes. All I'm done." And the whole kit is $200 as opposed to $980 from Prentice
Yeah,
and 6
rip
months wait
off.
time. And he made them out of a better, more modern material. You know, he says this is actually better. You know, these things will last longer and give you better quality. So, yeah, I don't think that's a big deal. There's nothing that's catching my finger. But even this would be easy to make. Machine shop.
Whoa.
I don't want to drop that on my toe. That would hurt.
Okay, so you're
All
about
right,
done
yeah.
with this because I'm
I'm
hitting
just going to put this back together and then
half hour here.
I'll wait till Monday or Tuesday. I got to go to a stupid SFI meeting Monday. So that blows my day.
No, because there's some things I need done in the house before
Well, I
Thanksgiving.
know,
I
I
need that
know.
outlet fixed.
Oh yeah, I got to do that.
I mean, there
outlet.
are some things we need done around that I
Yep.
can't do.
The domestic god that I am.
Yes.
So anyway, yeah, I got stuff I can do at home too.
Yep.
But anyway, I'll get this roll ready to go, and then me and the Amish fella can put it in.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna be able to lift that stuff.
No, you kind of need to.
You need the manpower.
A little hoofing on it. Yeah. So. Okay, well, thanks guys for tuning in, and whatever. It's totally exciting stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
But I'm feeling optimistic that Trumpy won. I think maybe we can see our country get back to business here, and I mean it's still gonna.
We gotta stop printing money.
Yes, obviously.
No more
And he
printing
did some
money.
of that too, but he did do it to you know, try and reestablish the military. So, but whatever, whatever. We gotta
That's
stop
what it
that.
should be used for,
Well, I
military.
know, but we got to stop that nonsense.
Yeah,
I mean, we
no
can't
more
keep
printing
spending
money.
We certainly can't afford $150 billion a year for illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
That's insane.
All right,
Man.
bye-bye.
Just insane.
Okay, I'm heading out.
All right. Ta-ta, y'all. Thanks for watching.
Have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend.